Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the payments and outstanding account in Odoo 19 accounting module. In Odoo, payments and outstanding accounts work together to provide a bridge between the internal booking and your actual bank activity. So instead of moving directly into your bank accounts when you click register payment, Odoo uses these temporary accounts to track money that is in transit. So we need to know what is an outstanding account. Outstanding accounts are the transitory or holding accounts that is used to record a payment before it has been confirmed your bank statements, and think of them as the undeposited funds or uncleared checks. So, Odoo typically uses two types: the outstanding receipts, where the customer's payments sit after you click register payment, but before you see the money in your bank. And we can also see the outstanding payments, where the vendor payments sit after you pay a bill, but before the money has actually left the bank account. Now, let's see how can we just manage with the payments and the outstanding accounts. For that, you can just move on to the accounting module. So from the accounting module, you can consider the bank journal. Let's move on to the configuration. Here we can find the journals. So upon moving on to the journal, you would be able to see that we have the incoming payment. The incoming payment simply means managing with the customer invoices, and the outgoing payment simply means managing with the custom vendor bills. So upon moving on to the incoming payment, here you can see that we have just given the payment method as manual payment. So we'll be going with manual payment with outstanding receipt and without outstanding receipt. And in the outgoing also, let's manage it like with the outstanding receipt and without outstanding receipt. Okay, so here I'll be setting it as OP, and here let's say without outstanding payment. So if you're not providing the outstanding, the outstanding payment account, then journal entries will not be created. So you can see if the changes that you have made over here. Okay. Now let's move on to the customer invoices. You would be able to see that we have different payments over here, and in Odoo 19 we have the option to group them and make payment. So let me choose different invoices over here. You'll be getting a pay button, and clicking on pay button here, you can see that we are just going to make the payment. And we are just going to make a group payment, and you can just enable this group payment, and we are using the payment method as manual payment method using the outstanding receipt. So afterwards you can click on create, and you can see that currently it's in process. So you would be able to see that the two invoices is being linked to one, as we have a decodic contains two invoices that is merged, and one of the invoices belongs to the other one, and you would be able to see that. And as we just use the outstanding receipts over here, you can see that the journal which has been created over here. So you can find the outstanding receipt account with the amount is shown over here. You can also find the payment from the journal entry. So upon moving on to the payment, you would be able to see the payment and all. Now, why does Odoo do this? So we know that it allows for a two-step reconciliation process. Like we can just link the payment to the invoice or bill, and status becomes in payment. So as you just move on to the customer invoices, here you can see that it's moved to the payment state, to the bank statement lines, and the status will become paid. And we can say that the once we validate the invoice, we receive the we will be using the account receivable, and when we just register the payment, the outstanding receipts will be affected. When the reconciliation is done, then the bank account will be affected. Okay, so once it's done, you can also see that you can also register and match the bill. So for that, you can also move on to the customers and choose the customer payment. So you can see, as you just move on to the customer payment, you would be able to see all the payments right now generated over here, and you can choose one of the payment from here. And when you just move on to the invoice, you can also easily get to see that here we have the I button. Okay, so in the I button, upon clicking on the I button, if currently you can see the amount, the memo, the date, the journal, and everything. So if you just want to unreconcile this, you can just do that. And here you can find we'll be getting the view and everything from here. Now let's see how can we also register and match the bill. So for that, let me just move to the customers and choose payments. Here you can create a new payment. Let's say, yeah, here from here, let me just copy the reference number. First, let's move on to the customer invoices and let's consider a reference number. And let's change the reference number, okay, from the customer payments. So here click on new, where you can see that we are just going to receive the money, and here you can choose the customer. Let's say the customer is Azure Interior with an amount of $1,500, and you can provide the reference number over here. Let's say it's 10, and you can choose the journal, the payment method and everything, as well as the company bank account. So once it's 10, you can save it and click on confirm, so that you can find the journal entry which has been created will be shown over here, as well as you can also find the payment matching that is created. So if you just want to manage with the auto reconciliation, you can just go ahead with the auto reconciliation. So you can see that we can just manage the all the bill that related to Azure Interior with the auto reconciliation. Or we will be getting the option to manage the reconciliation from here under the accounting. You can find reconcile. So you can see that we can just manage the reconciliation process. So currently you can see that the amount is shown over here, and let me choose it, and we can also just do the manual reconciliation. So automatic reconciliation is also possible and manual reconciliation is also possible, and this reconciliation is different from the bank reconciliation. So in case of bank reconciliation, first we just need to register the payment, and once the registering payment is done, and we just manage the statements against the payments, then only the bank reconciliation process will be done, right? So let's click on reconcile. Here you can choose it as the internal transfer or bank fees or owner's current account. So let me choose the bank fees. Let me set it as transfer, internal transfer. So once it's done, you can just click on reconcile, and reconciliation will be done. Okay. Now, if you just want to manage the other way of reconciliation, you can also just manage it with it by just going with the bank reconciliation. So that's all about the payments and outstanding accounts in Odoo 19. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you want Odoo customization, Odoo implementation, and Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybrosys. And thank you for watching the video.